Good afternoon, everybody. I'm your host, Club Brother, the Club Apple Sports Report, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County. Now, I know I've been away for quite a while. I got a lot of things I really need to address. I want to talk to you guys about the fact that LSU has destroyed Clemson's win streak, and they walked out with their fourth college football title last night. I will talk to you guys about the fact that the Astros are in peril once again for their role in the sign stealing probe. I will talk to you guys also about the fact that Conor McGregor wants a rematch against Floyd Money Mayweather for sure. I'll talk to you guys about the NXT TakeOver UK Blackpool 2 results. What went down at Hard to Kill, Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill. Saturday night's Center Stage, Ring of Honor Center Stage. I'll talk to you guys about the fact that Antonio Brown's, losing it once again. And I will talk to you guys about the fact that also the Hollywood police says they're not having Antonio Brown, by the way. So that's all. I will address this for sure for now. So I'm gonna get to it right now. But I want to start things off with just the fact that LSU, they just did the unthinkable. They took down Joe Burrow had 16 passing touchdowns in that game last night. And I gotta tell you right now, Joe Burrow and the LSU, they didn't disappoint. So even though Clemson, they were undefeated, by the way, which obviously they're not anymore, Clemson just lost it. So really, LSU just took it to them. I mean, LSU just gave Clemson a taste of their own medicine. I mean, yes, we've seen LSU destroy Alabama's win streak. We've seen LSU take down Clemson's win streak. So can anyone stop Clemson? Well, LSU did just that. You can paint on the picture, but I can tell you this right now: that Joe Burrow, he didn't disappoint. I'll tell you that. And Joe Burrow, if he decides to go to the 2020 NFL Draft, I'll be more than happy to point that out for sure. I'll be more than happy to address that. If he does, then that'll be good for him. And he's a Heisman Trophy winner, that is, by the way. But he's a champion of his own right now. So it's just so amazing, incredible to see how far he's gotten and just the amount of milestones he's had. So you got to give him credit to Joe Burrow. No doubt he is a 2020 NFL draft pick, and it's going to have an MVP season once he gets to the 2020 NFL draft, if he gets there, that is. So I look forward to that, by the way. Clemson, by the way, just lost their touch. And, I mean, it was a hard-fought game, though. I can tell you that. But LSU just took it to them. So LSU, they walked out the second team, that is, to win, the first title, the first college football title, the fourth overall so far, and the second team to have a winning streak to go 15-0 and win a title at the same time, much like Clemson did. But LSU gave Clemson taste of their own medicine last night. So I got to say that congrats to LSU, win their fourth overall college football title, and I'm just wishing that, it was a hard-fought game. And they just didn't disappoint. So I can tell you that was amazing. It's incredible, and it's just must-see, must-watch. So that's something that I'll do to look forward to seeing, by the way. So LSU is going to do a whole lot more. So are they in New Bama? Because LSU win another title about next year. So you never know for sure how it's going to unfold, by the way. But congrats once again to LSU. Win their fourth title, that is, taking down Clemson, the former defending champs, and you got to give them credit to. So you got to love the tenacity that Joe Burrow and his offense defense had, though. They just dominated that game like 42-25 in that game. But because that was the overall score, by the way. You got to love it, though. You got to love it. Another thing I do want to address, I want to address to you guys about the fact that the Astros, as of right now, or yesterday and right now, are in peril, and they got some huge disciplinary action, by the way, coming down. So here's how it is, guys. This all stems from the sign stealing probe. This lets them face some huge repercussions. That lets the Astros being fined $5 million. They lose the first and second round picks in 2020 and 2021 MLB Drafts. AJ Hinch and Jeff Luhnow, they have now been released. Now before that, they got suspended by 1 year. But the Astros owner says that AJ Hinch and Jeff Luhnow, they've now been released from the Astros for good during the roles of the sign stealing probe, that is. And the Astros teammates, they probably didn't see it coming, or they probably were aware of it for sure. So this all started when the Astros they used the replay room to like steal signs, and they were like, but the thing is, they were using technology to steal signs, and the thing is that that's not gonna look good there. So the Astros, in my opinion, I think it's safe to say that the Astros are gonna vacate their World Series title. This all stems from 2017, where the Astros won the World Series title. This is like back in practice, that is. But the Astros are going to lose that title for sure. So make no mistake about it, though. The Astros, they have the repercussions. They had faced the repercussions, and the Astros manager and the GM AJ Hinch and Jeff Luhnow, they've been released. They lose a 2020 and 2021 first and second round picks in 2020-2021 MLB Drafts, and the Astros got fined $5 million for that. So Alex Cora may have played a role in that, even though he's the Red Sox manager, by the way. But the Red Sox, they may be in trouble as well. So Alex Cora could face repercussions as well for him, and I'll have more on that for sure. If Alex Cora is suspended or released from the Red Sox, that's it for him. He's done, because he may have had a significant. He may have played a role in the science program of the Astros, by the way. So that's not looking good, though. I mean, Red Sox, they're being investigated for a 2018 incident for sure. So that's gonna do it. That's so hopefully I'm more in the investigation, and if Alex Cora suspended or released, that's it for him. And this is bad for baseball. Bad for the Astros, by the way. So the Astros, they got this. They had it coming all along. You say what you want about this, but that's just how it's gonna be, guys. So once again, guys, the Astros, they got fined $5 million. They lose their first and second round picks in the 2020-2021 MLB Drafts. AJ Hinch and Jeff Luhnow have been released from the Astros. Alex Cora can release them from their roles of using technology by stealing signs. By the way, something you just can't do anymore. So that's just ridiculous. It's just, and the Astros, they could lose their title. So that's what I think. That's what I think should happen, by the way. And I think that's going to be the repercussion that everyone's going to face right there. So Astros got no new manager now, no GM. So the Astros, they're in trouble now, and they had it coming. So that's all there is. So hopefully I'll have more of this update, and hopefully I'll have more on that, and I'll keep you guys in tune for if the Astros have to vacate their title, or Red Sox may have to vacate the title as well, though. So that's all you gotta know for sure about that part. Another thing I do want to get down to, though, Conor McGregor is being interviewed by Ariel Helwani, and he says that even though he's going to take on Cowboy Cerrone this coming Saturday on the ESPN Plus app, he's going to return to the octagon and take on Cowboy Cerrone. Conor McGregor says that he wants a potential rematch against Floyd Mayweather. He says he wants to put the gloves on once again. And I could say that this could lead to a potential rematch between Floyd and Mayweather for sure. Now, remember, it was 3 years ago that Floyd Mayweather, he destroyed Conor McGregor by 10th round TKO, that is. It was a good fight. It was a really, really good fight. I mean, it was box office. Ratings went up. Like 6 mil in pay-per-view, like 6 mil pay-per-view buys. And the fans, viewers, subscribers all around the world, all over the country, and fans all over watching at home, all around the world, all over the country were accustomed to that. So my question is to this. You think everyone's going to want to see Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather Volume 2 for this year in 2020? Could it really happen? Well, you never know for sure if it is going to happen, but I don't know about that. I mean, it could, though, but that's just not going to happen. I don't know about that. It could, but no, that won't work. It just won't work. So, Floyd Mayweather, he's gonna come out of retirement this year in 2020, and Conor McGregor says that he's gonna wants to put the boxing gloves on yet again and wants a potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather. So could this really be it right here? Could there be a rematch between Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, Volume 2? But is it gonna be in the boxing ring, or is it gonna be octagon? That's what I want to know right there. So it could happen right there in an instant. It just it can happen. So you never know how this is all going to ensue. So I look forward to seeing that. Hopefully, it can happen this year, or you never know for sure. So you just don't know for sure. It can happen to anybody. Now I want to talk to you guys about the fact that of the AFC, NFC title games coming up this week. You will see the Chiefs. The Chiefs, I gotta tell you, they took out the Texans. I mean, my goodness, that was a really, really good game, though. And I gotta say, the Chiefs, they most certainly did not disappoint. They became the first team to score 41 unanswered points in that game. After the Texans, they just threw went for a fake pass or fake pump. By the way, Chiefs the first team in history to to score, make a comeback by 41 points, scoring 41 extra points in a playoff game. That is, by the way, first to ever do it. But you got to give credit to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Congrats on that. That was absolutely amazing. They scored. Chiefs, they beat the Texas 51-31 in that game. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it right there. It's just incredible. You gotta love it, though, by the way. Also, the Packers, they took down the Seahawks, by the way. Congrats to them once again. And now for the AFC title game, so you will see the Chiefs taking on the Titans, and for the AFC title, and for the NFC title, you will see the Packers take down the 49ers, by the way. Now, 49ers, they did take the Packers back in week 12 for this past season, but the Packers are going to get their revenge this week on Sunday. So I look forward to seeing the Packers just take down the 49ers, and I could be looking at the Chiefs versus the Packers in Super Bowl 54. That's what I'm looking forward to right there. It can happen. It can happen. I look forward to it. I hope the Titans don't upset the Chiefs, by the way. I hope they don't do so. I hope the 49ers do not beat the Packers. Even the Packers are too good right now. The 49ers got a good defense with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, though, they will come back. They will. They will get revenge on the 49ers. And the Packers are going to take down the Chiefs once again. Now, Packers, they did take down the Chiefs this past season when Patrick Mahomes was injured, by the way, with an ACL injury. But Patrick Mahomes is back now as a former MVP. Now, Patrick Mahomes, he can go from an MVP to a Super Bowl MVP. If it happens. If they win a title, I would look forward to that. I do. First Super Bowl appearance, by the way, if it gets there. So, Aaron Rodgers on the other side, he wants to win another title, and he wants to, win another Super Bowl once again. I definitely look forward to that, by the way. I really do. So I think it's going to come down to Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. It's a good match. I would love to see it, though. It was really good. So must watch right there matchup, and hope you guys enjoy it. And so hope I got the Chiefs taking out the Titans. And I got the Packers taking out the 49ers. And I got the Chiefs and the Packers going to Super Bowl 54. And I got the Packers making it to Super Bowl 54, winning the Super Bowl 54 as well. I look forward to that, by the way. It's a good result. So I look forward to that. And others I do want to address, but I want to address you guys about the what happened this past week at NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. The results: Kaylee Ray retained her NXT UK Women's title in triple threat. Eddie Dennis defeats Trent Seven. Tyler Bate defeats Jordan Devlin. Gals retained the NXT UK Tag Team titles in a four-way ladder match. Walter retains the WWE UK title. After that, the Undisputed Era, they took out Imperium. Now, Undisputed Era and Imperium, they're going to face each other at Worlds Collide. NXT versus NXT UK, that is, by the way. So that's a really good match, by the way. And there could be some title implications awaiting, though. So it's going to be racing. All the Undisputed Era, they are champs, by the way, dripping in gold. But if one of the members of Imperium even defeats Undisputed Era, could Imperium go for a tag team title, by the way? I look forward to that match. It's going to be must watch. It's going to be amazing. It's going to steal the show, which it will. And NXT versus NXT UK Worlds Collide, by the way. So you gotta love it, though. You gotta love it. You can catch Worlds Collide 2 live on the WWE Network. That's free for the subscribers, by the way. So I look forward to that match. It's gonna be must see, must watch. And it's amazing, incredible. You gotta check that out. Also, I want to talk to you guys about what happened at Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill pay-per-view, by the way. So basically, Dog matches, you saw Mahabali Share and Raju of the Desi Hit Squad. They took out the Rascals, Reno Scum, TJP and Daga. Joey Ryan defeats Johnny Swinger. Ken Sherman defeats Madman Fulton. Ace Austin retains the X for his title afterwards. Trey's mom checks on Trey. Ace Austin says stuff to his mother, that is. To Trey's mother, that is. Trey attacks Austin. Referees and the wrestlers had to split them up. Taya Valkyrie retains the knockout title. This is the longest reigning knockout champ, by the way. RVD defeats Brian Cage by referee stoppage, by the way, and already kept on the time, Brian Cage. RVD defeats Daga, by the way. Eddie Edwards defeats Michael Elgin to retain the Collier Shot Trophy. Moose defeats Rhino. The North retained the Impact Tag Team titles. Tessa Blanchard, I'll tell you about her. Tessa Blanchard walks out as the first woman to hold an Impact World title and become the new Impact World Champ, by the way. Paint that picture, though. That's just amazing. But before she won the title, Tessa Blanchard was under fire, that is, accused of racism and accused of bullying, by the way. Now, La Rosa Negra, now Tessa Blanchard, well, I think La Rosa Negra or Sienna or Allison Kay says that Tessa Blanchard used the N-word, called a black wrestler in Japan the N-word, that is. This is back in the tour in Japan, back in the end when she competed in Japan. Tessa Blanchard would call a black woman the N-word, that is. She was accused of bullying, by the way, for sure. And that didn't sit too well with anyone else. And I gotta tell you, this all started when she sent out a tweet that says, by supporting one another, she says, "Hey, women, try supporting one another. Cool things happen." So I don't understand why Tessa Blanchard says that, and all these wrestlers would accuse her of racism and bullying, by the way. And Tessa Blanchard may have been a bully of her own. She may have been a heel in the past, but she's changed her ways. So how do people really see her as a new Impact World Champ? I mean, she is the 10th one though, but she is also the first woman to be the new Impact World Champ, by the way, for sure. So she took out Sami Callihan, by the way, at Hard to Kill this past Sunday, by the way. So really, why would a whole bunch of people accuse her of racism and racism and bullying for no apparent reason? Tessa Blanchard may change her ways, but she sometimes crosses the line, goes below the belt, but she's changed a bit. It doesn't matter if you like her or hate her, that is. So either way, what matter how people see her and how they view her, though. But she sent out a tweet as well, though. But I'm not going to disclose that for sure. So Tessa Blanchard, she did walk out as a new Impact World Champ. That's, by the way, the first woman to ever do so. By the way, she's a former Knockout Champ, and she became the Impact World Champ, the new Impact World Champ, the first woman to be the Impact World Champ, by the way. But obviously, I'm not sure how people feel about that. I really don't know about that. I mean, it's a good though, but that's interesting in the making. But I know Tessa Blanchard feels about the fans. That's just how it is right there. So you never know what will ensue there. So that probably is a game changer. But you'll check out the fall from tonight on the Access TV on Impact Wrestling. That is, by the way. So that right there will be seen right there. So that's all the news I got right there. Now, also, there's another I do want to address, but I want to address you guys about the Ring of Honor center stage results. I want to talk, and also the fact that here they are, guys, that Dragon Lee retains the Ring of Honor TV title. Afterwards, he stands on the title across Andrew Everett, trash talking. That's, by the way. while staying on the title. Bully Ray confronts Miriam Manic. Miriam Manic spears and attacks Bully Ray. And Miriam Manic is about to put Bully Ray through a table, but the Allure, Evangeline Love, and Mandy Leon, they attacked Miriam Manic. And then Bully Ray frog splash Miriam Manic through a table, by the way. Also got right there. So the Allure defeated Nicole Savoy and Sumi Sakai, but afterwards, Sumi Sakai attacks Nicole Savoy. A match in the near future, by the way. Also, Jax Dapper defeats Jason Cade afterwards. Jax Dapper tosses a participation ribbon, and Cade walks out to the back. Jonathan Gresham defeats Josh the Goods Woods. Briscoes defeats Dan Math and Jeff Cobb. And Lifeblood of Tracy Williams, and Mark Haskins. Mixed Blood are the new six-man tag team champs. Flamita, Ray Horace, and Bandito. Also, just the fact that Los Ingobernables puts PCO through a table. So, PCO defeat versus Rush was a no contest, by the way. Nick Aldis attacks Flip Gordon. By the way, there's right there. So, let's go. Benalis puts PCO through a table. And, Villain Enterprises and Los Ingobernables attack each other. Los Ingobernables puts PCO through a table to close the show, by the way. So that's all the news. That's all the results I have for Ring of Honor Center Stage, Saturday night Center Stage right there. Also, some tragic news I want to get down to, by the way. As you may have known, as you may have heard this past week, that an LA Parka, a AAA that is, not the WCW version, by the way. The LA Park is alive, but the AAA version, LA Parka, was deceased after a ringside injury after he took a nasty fall on a guardrail. That is, and that did not look good. So he couldn't compete. So my thoughts and prayers out to LA Park. LA Park, his family members, his fans, competitors. He's fought against his viewers and subscribers and people that knew him for sure. The fans watching at home, the fans all around the world, fans social media about it, and just awful news right there. So that's not good. That's just not good right there. So those praise out to them for sure. That horrific, this tragic incident that occurred with LA Parker at AAA as he deceased. He was like 56 status at the time, though. So that's just not looking good there. So hopefully things, sort of turn out very well. And that didn't look good there. So that's all news I got for that, by the way, ladies, just for now. And that's all news I got right there. Also, just you guys, just that Hollywood Police, they're not happy with AB no more. And AB and the Hollywood Police says that Antonio Brown cussed out police officers and assaulted them and posted on social media. And you can see there's video footage of his kiddos getting some and his own, like the mother of his kiddos, that is, get into a police car trying to get away from Antonio Brown, even though Antonio Brown sort of got into a Chelsea Chris, by the way. And obviously that didn't ensue very well for anybody. So Antonio Brown just isn't living up to expectations. I can tell you that he is not living up to expectations. So Tony Brown's a waste of talent. So much went about this. We can check the footage on TMZ Sports. And things are not looking good there. So hopefully things just turn out well. And obviously Antonio Brown will be banned from the NFL for life. That's all far and know right there. So that's not going to look good. His future is not looking good. And, well, damage. That's just not looking good. It's just damage. Also, this past week, the Knicks take down the Heat by 3 points, 124-121. Right there. And, well, Lakers taking down the Browns from a stalemate, the Cavs, for sure. So that's exciting news there. And that's all news I got right there. So that's all you guys need to know just for now. And we'll do it there. Well, and also I want to address you guys with that Isaiah Humphries, who was a Penn State defensive back, is suing Penn State. That is, claiming that he and other players making threats towards the accused child rapist Jerry Sandusky. He accuses Penn State of hazing, sexual assault, misconduct, and that did not look good there. And details are pretty graphic, by the way. So the upperclassmen would place the low classmen to the ground, placing their genitals on low classmen making threats, saying "I will F you" or Sandusky. It's ridiculous. PSU football coach was convicted of assaulting younger guys. Upperclassmen would hold down a lower classman, showing his crotch to the lower classmen, but doing trying to masturbate and all that ridiculous, stupid stuff. Upper class and puts his crotch on someone's lower class's backside, and also again masturbation. It's ridiculous. It really is. So hopefully something needs to be done about that, and that's just not looking good there. So things do not look good there. Also, by the way, I want to stress that the WNBA and the CBA have reached a tentative agreement that is, they have annual base salary of $117K to $215K. Players to compete contracts, get more years service, core player. Number of times a player can go from to a 2022 season, and hotel accommodation, trial packages, Austin jobs where they're at it. And that's all you guys need to know just for that on the WNBA and CBA. That's all news. They reached tentative agreements. So that's pretty good right there. So that's all news we got right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it with the Cool Bible Sports World YouTube channel, Facebook page. Please be sure to subscribe to the Cool Bible Sports World YouTube channel, Facebook page by all means necessary. Be sure to send me comments with your thoughts on LSU taking down Clemson last night to win their 4th overall college football title, being the second team to walk out with being 15-0 and winning at the same time. Let me know about in the comment section. React to your tweets, thoughts about that as well. I would definitely address a response to that. Tell me who you think is going to make it to the Super Bowl 54. What's going to be Chiefs, Packers. Let me know about that. Comment section. I'll definitely address a response to that. What you also thought about NXT UK takeover Blackpool 2 results. Also, what you think about Conor McGregor asking for a rematch against Floyd Mayweather about that. Let me know if you think it's going to happen this year in 2020 or not. Let me know about that. I'll just addressing the response to that, by the way. That's all I got right there. And do you think that the Astros should vacate their World Series title? Let me know about in the comment section. I'll definitely address a response to that for sure. That's all I got right there. So I have more live updates, breaking news, times to do episodes, and a whole lot more in the Club That Was Sports, where everything you need to know. Facebook page as well, so check that out for sure. And I'm back more breaking news, just like this as well. So it's a whole lot more in the Club That Sports World. That's all things sports in all sports media, all sports details, everything you gotta know. So that's all there's. Take care, everybody. You guys have a good day. Bye bye. I've had to eat crow with Ryan Clark. I've had to eat crow with Marcus Spears. Swag.